What's up, everyone? As you've probably seen, there's a ton of options out there now when it comes to wireless earbuds that have their own little charging slash carrying case. So I've decided that a roundup is in order so we can find the best budget earbuds. Now, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you what I think is the best pair in each category, like noise canceling, sound quality, etc., and then my overall favorite pair. All of these cost between $20 and $80, so I'll be keeping that in mind when judging them, and I'm pretty much going to blow through everything nonstop. No BS, so let's get into it. So here's the lineup and their prices for today. We've got the wireless earbuds by iTouch for $25, the Outlier Gold by Creative for $80, the T1X by Feel for $50, the FlyBuds NC by Tribit for $60, the X3 by MPOW for $60, the AI earbuds by Funkle for $80, the Air earbuds by Earfun for $50, the ANC 860 by Komi for $60, the EPN5 by Aki for $60, the A66 by Yokos for $30, the M30 by MPOW for $33, and finally the S12 by OKG for $20. And something to note real quick is that the prices of these do go up and down by like $10 every once in a while from what I've noticed, so these are the prices at the time of this video. As always, we'll start off with the audio quality. First is the iTouch wireless earbuds. These things do sound pretty compressed, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. There's even some representation of low-end frequencies in there, but you can't hear the fine details of sounds. Comparatively, not good, but for the price, I guess it's not bad. Next, the Outlier Gold come in with some great audio quality that has a mostly flat frequency response with some favoritism for highs. They don't have the most open sound, but almost all genres are going to sound good through these. With the T1X, these do have a very open sound and really strong bass to boot. Low end sounds really good, but thankfully it doesn't overpower the mix at all. Very crisp and pleasing sound to these. The FlyBuds NC have very good audio fidelity, get plenty loud, and while they're not going to blow your socks off, they're great all-rounders. The X3 have a ton of low end. The bass hits really hard, which sounds nice a lot of the time, but occasionally it can leave the mix feeling a little muddy. They have 10mm drivers, and the quality of the sound is awesome. I actually have a whole video about these, so links in the description if you want to go watch it. The AI earbuds offer a very sharp, crisp sound with seemingly equal representation of all frequencies. Vocals and pretty much everything else have a ton of detail. Amazing audio coming out of these earbuds. Looking at the Air earbuds, you get a pretty average audio experience. There isn't anything bad about the sound, but they don't get that extra definition that some of its competitors do. We also have a slightly U-shaped frequency response curve. The ANC 860 provide users with some nice overall audio that has a good mix with present low end and nice mids and highs. There isn't as much instrumental separation as some of the others I've heard, but these have good detail and offer a pleasant listening experience. The EPN5 sound great no matter what you're listening to or watching. Good balance between all the frequency levels, and audio has a decent punch to it. With the A66, you're getting meh audio quality. I guess it's what you expect for something at this price. Like the detail and whatnot is actually good, but it sounds like you're listening to stuff through a thin pillow. Also on mine, the right earbud is ever so slightly louder and has way more low end. Like it doesn't exist on the left side. Listening to the M30 for the price, they're very impressive, coming in at the third cheapest on the list. The sound is very colorful. Obviously, they're not going to have the most depth to the audio, but they would definitely please almost all listeners. The S12's sound is kind of abrasive. There's actually some great texture to everything, but it's just very unpleasing to listen to. Now, taking a look at pretty much everything else, the iTouch earbuds, obviously another generic pair of knockoff AirPods. You have to hold down the power button for each one to turn them on. The quality of the case and buds seems about right for what you're paying for. Plastic ear tips suck, even though I guess they fit in some people's ears. Micro USB charging, Bluetooth 5, and around 2.5 hours for battery life pertaining to the earbuds, and a total of somewhere around 3 full charges with the case. An overall meh experience. The Outlier Gold have this really cool side opening case. Everything seems to be of decent build quality. There is quite a bit of wiggle though when the case is open. It's also one of, if not the biggest out of all these. Just like every single other case on this list, the earbuds are held into the case with magnets, and also like every other single pair except the previous earbuds, they connect automatically to your phone when you take them out of the case. These fit in the ear very well, but I wouldn't wear them for longer than like 2 hours. The companion app lets you view your music library, EQ the earbuds, And there's this stupid feature where it supposedly analyzes your face and the outside of your ear to somehow improve sound. Okay. The T1X come in a good quality pill shaped case. The touch controls on these are not the best. You're going to get a decent amount of miss inputs. They stay in the ear perfectly and are sweat proof, like every other pair on this list except the first. They come with various sized ear tips so you can get a perfect fit. These use USB C and charge really fast. With a little over 10 minutes of charging, you can get 2 hours of playtime, which is very nice. And as for the battery life, you'll get around 5.5 to 6 per charge, and the case gives you a little over 18 extra hours. You can use each earbud individually, and like the previous, these also have a companion app. You can change some settings pertaining to the earbuds and EQ them. The Flybuds feature a unique circular case. They stay in the ear well, although when you start to do more harsh movements, they slowly loosen over a few minutes. We have USB C, and on the front, we have some LEDs which indicate the current battery level. For battery life, we get a bit over 9 hours per charge and a total of 30 with the case. The touch controls work great, and the noise canceling is okay. Like pretty much all noise canceling earbuds, the ANC mainly targets frequencies that are low pitch ones. These get rid of most very low buzzing or droning noises, but weren't anything too amazing. They also do have ambient mode, which amplifies all the noises around you, which is cool. With the MPOW X3, the case does feel a bit cheap, but durability wise, it's been holding up well. The touch controls are nice, they don't fall out of your ears, and these are IPX8 certified, so they're waterproof. The noise canceling is great. They're going to take out all those lower frequency sounds and dampen everything else as well. For battery life, you get 7 hours per charge and a total of 23 with the case. And for all the earbuds with ANC, you'll see about a 1 to 2.5 hour differential in battery life. So instead of 7, these get 6. The AI earbuds have a very classy looking case that, as you would imagine, feels pretty nice. Although I'm wondering why we have micro USB instead of USB C here. Like the majority of other earbuds, these are using Bluetooth 5, so they're going to have a range of around 150 feet in an open space. That drops down significantly, of course, when there are things in the way of the signal, but this means that we'll most likely still maintain connection no matter what room of your house you're in. There's also an app for these, which is mostly pointless. Its only good use is connecting the Alexa voice assistant, but the app insta crashes when you activate it, and I guess it only activates within the app. The microphones on most of these earbuds here aren't too great because this is one of the most obvious places to cut corners that no one will notice, but even the mic on these is just not good. You get about 6 hours of battery life per charge, with the case giving you 24 total. You can also use these one earbud at a time. Looking at the Air earbuds, we have another charging case that feels very nice and is average size. You've got this little LED indicator to let you know the battery in the case left based on the color. Like the previous earbuds, you can use them one at a time, and looking at the battery life, we get 7 hours per single charge with a total of 35, including the case. Like a few others on this list, you can charge them super fast, getting 2 hours of playtime with only about 10 minutes of charging. These also surprisingly support wireless charging, which is awesome. Sometimes the touch controls are terrible and sometimes they work fine. I've also had a few times where only one earbud will work, but this is somewhat rare. The earbuds also pause what you're watching or listening to when you take the left earbud out. This works most of the time and is a great touch. The microphone on these is good as well. The ANC 860 have this clamshell case with a nice little hanger on there, which you can remove if you want. We've got USB-C, 7.5 hours of single charge battery, and a total of about 40 with the case. These are IPX7, so sweat and light rain should be no problem. As for comfort, it's okay. I wouldn't really want to wear these for a long period of time. They stay in the ear decently while sitting still, but start loosening pretty easily with physical activity. These also look a tad funny the way they stick out of my ears personally, and for the ANC, it's pretty average. Next, we have the EPN5, and I'm digging like the flat case. Feels great. You've got the battery indicator LEDs on the front, and everything seems pretty durable. The touch controls work really well, and the noise canceling is good. Medium to higher pitched noises feel unaffected for the most part, but it does effectively take out those lower droning sounds. You're going to get 7 hours of playback on a single charge and a total of 35 hours with the case. These are IPX5 certified, so they are sweat proof, just don't take them out in the rain. Also, the microphone is god awful. The A66 features this pill shaped case, and everything seems to be less than average quality, but you have to remember that price. You can press the button in the case to see how much battery life is left, which is useful. We also have micro USB for charging, and off of one charge, you'll get about 5 hours and 30 overall with the case. They are decently comfortable and stay in the ear when doing physical activity. After those, we have the M30s. The case for these feels great, especially for the price. You get 5 hours per charge and 25 overall, so they are on the lower end of this list. These use USB C, and there's also this little LED on the front that changes color based on the battery life. We've got functional touch controls, and they stay in the ear really nicely. That little wing definitely helps. They are also a bit more low profile than the others, so they don't stick out of your ears as much, which is nice. And finally, the S12. While these are the number one cheapest in this video, if you were to just play around with the case and the earbuds without listening to the audio, you would 100% not be able to tell. It's got USB C for charging, and you get 5 hours per single charge with about 25 total. These do have Bluetooth 5 and are apparently IPX8 certified. The touch controls work nicely, and don't listen to the box for these, they do not have ANC. Now it's time for the best in each category / use case. For best audio quality, this goes to the T1X by Phil. It was close between the AI earbuds and then maybe the X3, but these just have the most overall pleasing and full sound. The best for working out are the M30 by Empow. They are very comfy in the ear, and it is physically impossible to make them fall out of your ear or even loosen up a bit. The audio quality is sweet for the price. They're low profile compared to others, have good touch controls, and are sweat and waterproof, so you can even wear them out in the rain. The best battery life goes to the FlyBuds by Tribit, above 9 hours per single charge, which is awesome, and a total of 30 with the case. And it's not like these are only good for one thing. The audio is also nice, and they have other redeeming qualities. Best noise canceling belongs to the X3 by Empow. Most ANC on earbuds kind of sounds very similar, but these are noticeably a tier ahead. Best extra features is going to the Air Earbuds by Earfun. They support wireless charging. They pause your media when you take the left earbud out. They've got the 10 minutes of charging for 2 hours of playtime. They do have touch controls, but they're not always on point. Nevertheless, lots of good features. And my personal overall favorites to use are the X3 by Empow. The T1X get a close second place, but the better touch controls and slightly better battery life are more appealing to me on an average day-to-day basis than the somewhat small increase in audio quality. Thanks for watching. The link to all these earbuds are in the description below. This is most definitely the longest out of all the videos I've ever made, so that's cool. As well, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, because this literally took forever to test all these and compare them, and of course dislike it if you absolutely despised it with all your existence. Subscribe for more upcoming videos, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.